we're back. Good morning. Sunday, June, what is it, 8th or 9th? I can't even remember the dates.
Today's the 9th.
Today is the 9th, so June 9th. So we're just finishing up Zion National Park. Awesome. Bryce Canyon, awesome. All of that above. So we're done with all the 5 great national parks on the west. I mean, it was beautiful. I'm really going to miss it. I'm glad I documented it and filmed most of it. At least I'll be able to get a second and third look at it. Right now, we're headed to Red Rock National Park in Las Vegas. Our first stop probably, though, will be the... what the hell's the name of it? The dam. We're going to Hoover Dam first. Hoover Dam. We're going to stop at Hoover Dam quick and then on to Red Rock and then into Vegas. So... we're off and running, so we're hitting the road, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we have left Utah, and we're back in Arizona, headed to the Hoover Dam. So we're on the northwestern tip of Arizona, getting the last of the your little mountains and canyons in as we go. Just wanted to give you a little shot of what we see. Always beautiful no matter what you're looking at. Got great mountains to the right, to the left. And certainly right in front of you. Speed limits are driving me crazy. Goes from 40 to 55 to 65 to 80, back down to 55 to 65. It's like, I feel like it's like a prize fight. So I'm just staying pretty steady here. I'm not going to be stepping on my brake, go, stop. But got some interesting views ahead of us, so we just want you to get a look at that. You know, I don't know how long it's going to be before we finish the mountain ranges. I'm sure we got quite a ways to go. But they, as usual, everything is just, it's always magnificent. Just to see these monstrosities of different colored terrain mountains. Always interesting. Anyway, we're going to just keep on doing what we do, which is chugging on down the road, which is what we do best. And if we see anything spectacular, we'll tune in. All right, so we're headed towards some more formations. Cutting through some more rock. I mean, some of the same stuff we've seen earlier in the videos. But gorgeous just the same. You know, the color of the rocks. The backdrop of the mountains. I mean, there's some huge mountains in front of us. I'm sure you could capture them. I mean, woof. Crazy stuff here. I mean, how could you not turn on your video and try to capture some of this? Even though we've seen so much, it's still, everything is still worth seeing, isn't it? Still majestic. About 100 miles out of Las Vegas, if you saw that sign. But we're headed to Hoover first, which is probably about 15, 20 minutes out of the way. I mean, look at the size of these things. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. Rock Mountain. Crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the video on because, you know, it's pretty cool to see. I mean, how can I not film this? Wow. Crazy stuff here. It's pretty awesome. for dear life.
This is crazy.
Yeah. That's why when we say, you know, you need to drive. Without the driving, you don't get to see this unless you know it's here and you come here. I mean, we're just finding this on the blind because we're just on our way to Overton. Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Didn't expect to hit any of this. When does it end? Oh, I think maybe we finally went through it. I don't know what that was, man, but wow. Man, there's still more. I'm probably getting about 5-6 minutes of video on this. Incredible. Wow, whatever that was, we went through it. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. All right. Phew, let's continue on down the road. That was cool. All righty, so we're probably about 85 miles from the Hoover Dam. But as we travel down here, we decided to give a stop at the Valley of Fire, and which is about 15 miles down the road from here, Moab. So we're going to give that a shot and, you know, see what the old Valley of Fire brings us. So you guys hang in there with us. I'm sure once we get in there, we're going to see some beautiful structures, and we'll get some films of it. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so we have reached the Valley of Fire exit. So we're going to get out here, and we probably got about maybe a half hour of ride to the valley itself. We thought it was worth the look, so we're definitely going to give it a shot. And actually, I think this actually brings us closer to the Hoover Dam mileage-wise, so it probably works out. But let's see what this brings here, and you know, we'll be back in a little bit. You know, let's see what we find. All right, so, oh no, you know what, I don't want, okay, yep. All right, so we're on the road now to the Valley of Fire. You can see the mountains in the background, and we probably got about 12 miles before we get in there. I just wanted to give you a little peek of where we are, in the middle of nowhere once again. This is what we do best. I mean, there's nobody on this road. You get stuck here, you could be here for hours just waiting for somebody to come by. Anyway, we should be in there within about 15 minutes or so. So we're just going to check out, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so we just entered the very beginning of Valley of the Fire. Pretty interesting. We still got about 5 miles probably before we hit the entrance. Just wanted to give you a look-see of what we're dealing with here in these mountains that we discovered on the way here. I heard about them. I had a few people tell me, you should stop at Valley of the Fire, but it wasn't on my list. But we decided we're going to put it on our list since it was early enough in the day and we had the time to do it. And it's actually when we get through it, we're actually closer to the Hoover Dam, which makes it a little bit easier to make the trek. So anyway, we just wanted to give you a little taste of what we're dealing with here in the Valley of Fire, and I'm sure once we get up a little further, we're going to see some really cool stuff. So you hang in there for a little bit, and we'll be there in a few minutes. Alrighty, so here we are, Valley of the Fire State Park. A little $15 fee, very, very reasonable. Lady was very nice, and wow, this is pretty cool. This is, once again, very different. Looks like a lot of red clay structures. We got about 3.5 miles to go to hit the visitor center, and I think that's where we got to park. And but we're gonna get out here and get some pictures because this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So we'll get out here and get some shots, and you know, we could use a little, a little exercise anyway. And there goes Mo.
I'm sorry.
And there she goes, does it again. This is what she does. My elbow did it. All right. So we're gonna check out and get some filming here. All right, a little windy today, but we're going to take a shot. This is the beehives in Moab, Nevada, at the Valley of Fire. And this is what we get to see. These are pretty cool structures. As you can see, yeah, we're just getting started. We haven't even hit the visitor center yet. But we're just going to take a little quick walk around and just show you some stuff that's here. I hope the wind doesn't affect the video too much, but we're going to walk in here a bit and see what this is all about. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And well, we're just going to walk down here just to give you a little stream of what this looks like. Wow. Well, definitely got to walk around a little bit. Easy, step by step. Down we go. Inch by inch. I mean, these are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. Yep. All right, no problem. All right, so we're just walking down, and this is what we see. Now we're inside these structures here, which are pretty cool. Wow, very interesting just to walk up and down these damn things. Now we're just going to walk around this tree here. Very interesting, Valley of Fire. Yeah, got to definitely watch where you're walking a little bit. Well, we're going to try to work our way up. Oh, a little bit up here. Ooh, okay. All right, pretty cool. So we're up on top, as you can see around. Very interesting. Very interesting being up on top. Let's get up here a little ways. Be a little careful. Get up to the top of the rock. It's probably about as far as I want to go. Yeah, you can walk up and down these things all day. All right, pretty cool. All right, let's head on down, and we'll move on and see what else we can find. Well, this is definitely another take. Valley of the Fire. Pretty cool, I got to admit. The structures are insane, and we're just getting started. You know, I don't know how long it is, but wow, this is just trying to give you some footage on it, and just so you can see what it is a little bit. I'm sure it gets more intense as we go down, so we'll go down and we'll go check it out a little bit more. All right, let's get on the road. here's this Valley of the Rocks they're talking about. Still trying to get to the visitor center, which is just a little bit down the road. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to make a left turn into these rocks somewhere. Down here somewhere, so we'll find it. And when we do, we'll tune back in. So hang in there with us. Okay, so now we are entering the visitor center. And pretty awesome sights out here, I tell you what. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to get a picture and some video, and you know, let's see what this deal is. I'm sure they have different. I'm pretty sure you could probably get out and just walk around. So let's see what this visitor center has to offer. And all right, there's a one-way. Wow, pretty cool. Very, very red rock. They said it gets even redder the hotter it gets.
In the rain.
The better it gets. All right, so we're here. Yeah, we're just gonna make this turn, see if we could find a little parking somewhere. It doesn't look like there's much parking here, but you know, being that we got a handicap, we might get lucky. In fact, I do see one up ahead, and if this guy doesn't move, he's gonna be handicapped. Thank you. All right, so we found the visitor center. So here we are. Now we're just going to walk around a little bit, and this is pretty much the Valley of the Fire, so we're going to just check it out. So we're just going to walk in here and see what we can find. And as you can see, awesome red rock. Yeah, it seems like there's a little trail here, so we'll follow this. Here's the trail full of rocks. Just what I need. It's like leaving breadcrumbs. God knows I need breadcrumbs to find my way out. I'd be lost. Anyway, we're gonna get in, get some video of it. I'm not going very far. Pretty cool. All right, it's getting warm now as we speak too. Oh, excuse me.
No problem.
Walking around, get some nice shots in. Pretty cool. All right. Yeah, let's walk around a bit. So we're going around in circles. And that's the deal. There's Mo with her hat on. She's looking to run somewhere, I don't know where. But I'm not climbing. My climbing days are over.
I'm on no climbing, I'm just walking.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk. We're going right out to the front entrance, so you'll see what we see. So we'll tune back in. Here's another look. Well, you got a lot of these little holes and crevices in here. It's pretty cool. I think I'm going to get a picture of Mo in here because she wants a picture. All right, so let's check that out. All right, so there's a trail that goes in here. It goes about a quarter of a mile if you really want to make the walk. I don't know, we may do a little bit, but for now I just want you to see, and you're just going to go in here and see those rocks. So it is what it is. Beautiful though. I mean, it's kind of cool, like a sponge. Pretty cool. So we'll just walk up a little ways more, see what we can find, and then we'll head out. I don't know if I want to walk all the way in. I mean, what more could you see? You know, it's all the same, but it's pretty outrageous. Yeah, magnificent actually. That's the word I like to use. Pretty cool. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting look. Yeah, let's just get a roundabout picture of all the mountains. Let's get the whole thing. There's Mo down there just shooting pictures. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, this was a pretty cool find. All right, let's get some pictures. All right, so this seems to be the end of the trail. So as you can see, some really cool rocks. I want to get them up a little closer so you could all get to see. And this goes way up. This is some pretty cool rock in here. Yeah, definitely a little different than what we've seen, you know. But then again, it seems like everywhere we go is a little different, so it's pretty cool. So once again, you know, we'll spin around, you know. Even these little trees, I mean, they very cool color on these trees. These little bushes or tumbleweeds, whatever you want to call them. They're pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna head back, and we're gonna move on to Hoover Dam. So, all right, one more quick look, and you know, we're out of here. All right, so that's a wrap on the Valley of Fire. A very unique place. You know, we're gonna go down the road. I'm not sure if there's any more, but I think this is probably the end of the line. But magnificent. You know, definitely worth the stop. You know, it was a great find. So we're gonna head down to Hoover Dam now, and we'll see you in a little bit. So that was the Valley of Fire. We're still hitting the last remnants of it. So we'll just run a little bit more on it, just to catch the beautiful view. You know, we got a lot of close-ups and extraordinary place, that's for sure. So, you know, we just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what we're seeing. You know, around every turn, you got more of these crazy rocks. Pretty cool. And, you know, I don't know how long it goes. I don't think it's that big. But definitely pretty cool. You know, we'll just keep the film going a little bit. And see what we see. We'll just let it run. Interesting for sure. Very pretty. Worth the stop. Wow. Yeah. Very cool. All right, we're going to turn out now, and we are going to head to Hoover Dam. Hope you enjoyed this, because we certainly did. Well, unfortunately for the viewers, there's still more to see, so we're just going to keep grabbing what we can. And, wow, that's a great picture back there to the left. That's crazy. But, you know, we've seen it all, so I think we got enough. Everybody gets the general idea. All right, we just came over a hill and just, man, I thought we were going over a cliff. No, this is pretty cool. Eventually we're gonna have to turn around here, so, because I think we have to go the other way. You know, until we can get some kind of GPS, I don't know where we are. So hang in there.